Good morning, it's a few minutes to 8. I have got up so that I can ring my GP to try and get an appointment, because that's what you've got to do here. You have to get on the phone at 8 in the morning and try and snag yourself an appointment for the day, and you're competing with everybody else that is also trying to do the same thing. My nose is very sore. I just had watering eyes because my nose was so itchy. I've never had watering eyes from itching before, but I did this morning. The process is you keep ringing and it keeps being engaged, and then you just keep trying until you get to the answer phone, and you go through all the menus, and then you eventually speak to someone. 10 minutes later, I'm still trying. Dial, engaged, repeat. Dial, engaged, repeat. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. I should probably do that off camera. Ow. Well, the bright side, I did make myself some coffee. Well, it's 8:30. I've been ringing and re-ringing and re-ringing and re-ringing and re-ringing, and I can't get past that dial-in tone. Not dial-in tone, the engaged tone. You see, eventually you get to the answer phone and then you get in a queue, and it will say you are in place number, whatever it is in the queue. But I can't even get onto that. It's not a very fair system. You see, when I ring Izzy's for her injections, like, you get a call back and the phone rings and they call you back. Because this one just hasn't got that system. But at least with that one, with the callback, people get called back in the order that they rang. With this one, you know, it's as if I haven't even rung because I've not got through at all, and it's the same for everybody else. It's all trying to ring at the same time. So archaic. This doctor's has been very good to us, you know, compared to all my past experiences of doctors. He's been the best. But not in this system. But it's better than my first one, when I first moved to the valleys, when I had to queue outside from 8 o'clock in the whatever the weather was doing. We'd have people coming over faint and kindly passers by bringing their cars up so they could sit at the curb, you know, in their car, rather than be standing up on their 2 feet whilst feeling faint and stuff. So a pregnant woman will almost go over once. People sort of caught her and sat her down in a car just waiting in the queue for the doctors. But anyway, that's going back 19 or 20 years now, so yeah, it's not that bad. At least you get to ring from the comfort of your home. Speaking of which, I better get back onto it. It's been half an hour though. It's just ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Well, I've got through. Listen to how bad that is. Sounds like a Doctor Who monster. Holy. Oh my gosh. If it's like that when they answer, I won't be able to understand them. I'm just going to push through and say in a clear voice, I can't understand you, here's my number, can you call me back? It's 9:15, so I got through, and oh my goodness, it sounded like a garbled alien monster noise on the other end of the phone. I couldn't even tell if it was talking or typing. It was that bad. So I persevered. I went through the queue system, and you know, whatever, it tells you what position you are in the queue. And I got through to the human, and it was no better. I was rather hoping it was just, you know, I don't know. I was going to say the tape being chewed up. Of course, it's probably digital now, isn't it? I don't even know. The thing is, I see it as so old-fashioned. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a flipping reel-to-reel tape on there. But anyway, no, it was as bad. So I had to just say my name and birth and ask could they call me back because the line was bad. And luckily, they did. So I literally hung up. Not sure if that's what she said she was going to do, but she did call me straight back. Anyway, I actually need to speak about a few things. Number one was the impetigo, obviously, because I think I need antibiotics for that. And also, my HRT was working really, really well. Now it isn't. So I've been having problems with that again. Just constant hot flushes and the rest. Irritation and various bits and bobs. So there's that. And also I had a text a few weeks ago telling me I must check in for a cardio checkup or something. So I hadn't done it because I'd just been busy, but I thought, right, try and get in with that. And what else? There's another thing. Oh, need to sort my meds out, my prescription, just my monthly prescription out, so that when I go away I've got enough, because otherwise I'm going to run out halfway through. So, impetigo, no, they can't see me, because apparently I've got to go to the pharmacy under the minor ailment scheme. Now, I'm pretty sure last time I did that they wouldn't do me a prescription. I'm pretty sure they said you've got to go to the GP for the prescription. But anyway, that's what they told me to do, and I said, are you absolutely sure that they're not going to bounce me back to the GP? And they said, no, that's fine. You've got to go and have it looked at there. So I'm going to do that. The HRT, sorry, all the appointments are gone. to call back at 8 AM tomorrow to try and get an appointment for that. Cardio thingy, she called it the CBD. They did have a pre-bookable appointment, but it was halfway through my trip in Portugal, so I've got to call them again at 8 in the morning after I get back from my trip in March. And but she has done my prescription. She's put that through so that I can pick that up in a few days' time, ready to go away to Portugal. So we've had some success. Right, I'm going to drink my coffee, what's left of it, my cold coffee, and do a bit of Duolingo and get myself... Oh, I've got to edit a vlog, but I suppose I probably better go to the pharmacy first, don't I? I suppose I better prioritise it, really. Yeah. Weather's doing this today. Ugh, it's not very inviting out there. I'm walking back from the pharmacist and GP. It's raining. Look at all this coming down the gutters. Yeah, I have had varying amounts of success. My coat is wonderfully waterproof till there. So I went to the pharmacy as predicted. They cannot prescribe antibiotics for my nose. They said some pharmacies do, but not one that I can get to really. So that was a fail, but I did get, hang on, I didn't come back empty-handed. I've got my prescription and I've got the rest of my daughter's prescription that I will post to her when this infection's cleared up. Ironically, hers is for a very similar thing, but there's no rush because she's only had a bout recently. I'm not with it, sorry, I'm a bit like, it's because I've got an infection. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I've got mine and I've got hers, but I'm going to post hers later in the week when this is cleared up, and I feel that there's no contamination risk because I don't want to reinfect her again. So anyway, I thought, oh right, okay, so they won't do that. Hopeless situation. I've had a no from the GP, now I've had a no from the pharmacist, so I thought, oh well, I'll just walk to the GP's because it's nearby and see, maybe they might react when they see it. They did. Well, they knew who I was, apparently. Well, I'm not sure if I gave my details to her or not because she booked me in for a phone consult later this afternoon, so I've got to email a photograph of it. And I said, how do you know my name? Did I give you my details? Because I was feeling so groggy. And she said, you're Imogen, right? And I said, yeah. And then she gave a little wry smile and, I don't know, maybe they know me. I don't feel like I go there enough for them to know me. It might be because I don't know if I caused a stir, like on the phone earlier. When I was just getting, the phone was just going... That's literally what I could hear. And so I said, oh, I'm really sorry. I can hear you, but I can't understand what you're saying because you sound like a garbled Doctor Who monster alien. And it's just kind of what came out of my mouth. I'm terrible for just saying what I think. Anyway, maybe that caused a hoot and they remembered me. I don't know if it was that or if I'm just overthinking it. I'm sweating. Oh, I'm so sweaty and horrible. I've turned the heating off because I just can't cool down. I'm not actually hot, I just feel hot. I do take my temperature, but I just don't ever have temperatures. I'm going on and on now, it's because I'm not with it. Right, so yeah, I'll update you later. I have to go and edit tonight's vlog. I haven't even started it. If I don't sort it out, people will be tuning in at 5:30 and there won't be a vlog, but it's going to be an easy one to edit because I just filmed it at home and they're much easier to edit. Oh, speaking of being in a dopey haze, right, I just want to tell you about some of the dopey haze things I did. First of all, I just went out with nothing. I just left the house with a carrier bag in my hand for the meds to take home. And I thought, I need like my phone and my wallet and keys and, you know, all that stuff. So I was like, oh. So I went back and got everything and then locked the door behind me. And then when I came in, I leave the keys by the door so that if there's an emergency we can get out quick. We can lock it, but you have to unlock it with the key. So I make sure that the keys are always in the same place so I can grab them quickly, or Isabel can grab them quickly, or whoever is here can grab them quickly. I just locked the door, put them back in my bag, wandered into the house, and I was like, why isn't my key in the door? Oh dear, dearie me. Right, anyway, I'm just gonna get on. Hopefully I can edit this vlog and it not be ridiculous. I've just been doing more stupid things. It's 1 PM, no it's not 1 PM. It's 11:10. I've just been doing more stupid things. I just got off the phone to the doctor, she just rang, and I was just trying to put my SD card in my battery hole when the battery was already in it and wondering why it wouldn't go in. So this is what I'm like today. Gotta laugh, gotta see the funny side. Oh, God knows what my vlog's gonna come out like. Right, anyway, so the doctor rang, having seen the photo. I couldn't really take a very good photo. My phone's not very good, really. Anyway, I told her about Isabel, my daughter, right? I'm gonna have to recap quickly because this was in a past vlog and not everybody watching this might have seen it. My daughter also suffers from repeated bouts of impetigo, but it has come to light via a swab at the dermatologist that she's actually getting cold sore, which is then developing into a secondary infection, apparently getting the virus infection, Apparently getting a viral infection can lower your immunity a bit and then make it easier for you to develop a secondary infection. And of course, the skin splits, so bacteria can get in and you end up with both simultaneously. So doctor says we haven't got any swabs available for you to have, unfortunately. We don't do that, but one way we can diagnose whether it's cold sore or not is to give you cold sore cream now and try it for 5 days. If it clears up, it's definitely a cold sore. And I said, well, am I likely to have got impetigo as well if it's a cold sore? And she said yes. And I said, so if it clears the cold sore up but not the impetigo, I'm still going to have a problem, aren't I? So I've got a gig on Friday and I don't want to not treat this correctly, the impetigo, because then I'm not going to be able to practice because it's just going to get worse and worse and it's all going to be dribbling down because it weeps. I know it's a bit TMA, but that's what happens. So I said I need to be able to play the flute, you know, I can't have it all dribbling down through my embouchure hole and all that and going on my flute and spraying out. Just, no, it's just, So she said, I'll leave that decision with you. I'll prescribe you both, but what you could do is just keep the cold sore cream at home, and then if it happens again and you haven't got a gig in the next few days, try it then to try and diagnose whether it's cold sore. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go and get some antibiotic cream, but they're not diagnosing, they're diagnosing I can't talk today. They're not prescribing oral antibiotics anymore for I can't talk today, apologies. They're not going to give me oral antibiotics because like the last few that I've spoken to, they have, and they said this is the course of action that we take, but this one said, oh no, it's not big enough, there's not enough of it to warrant it. So that's, I mean, I didn't really want to be taking it anyway, I just want to do whatever's going to work basically. Right, I'm going to stop talking now and go and edit this vlog for tonight. It's not this vlog, tomorrow's, no, yesterday's. 11:46, I'm getting on with my editing. What day are we? Tuesday. There's a storm out there. It's like, it's been wet, but it hasn't been very, very wet, but it is blooming windy. I just keep hearing these massive gusts out there. It's a little unnerving. I haven't had any rain running down my wall with this storm though. I have very occasionally had it just when I think the wind is blowing the rain in a certain direction, but it's not done it with this one, with Isha. Have we got another one now on Tuesday? Is it a second one? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just getting on with things. 5 to 1 now. I'm having a mushroom fest. Mushrooms and leftover prawns that were in the freezer. I basically really fancied having instant noodles, so I decided to have those with them. Just been putting the vacuum cleaner around a bit while that's been cooking. I've chucked that all in there now. It's sizzling away or bubbling away. Comfort food. 10 to 2 now. I rather enjoyed that, I've got to be honest. I've got the coffee pot on now. I am going to sit down and I'm going to do some admin tasks at my desk upstairs. I've got a few things to do. I've got 3 different tasks to do with 3 different gigs. One's in March, one's in July, one is in November. So I've got to email 3 different people back with different things about that. Shouldn't take me too long. I also just need to update my records, my income and expenses, because I haven't done that for a week. I'm trying to get back to doing it on Mondays again because I'd let it go a bit for the last couple of months. But I had a good old go the other day when I wasn't vlogging and I got right on top of it, and that's a couple of weeks ago now, so I need to put some receipts in and things. What, sounds like it's done? Excellent. After I've got those 4 things out of the way, I'm going to treat myself to some puzzle time. It's 4 o'clock now. I actually got quite into that. I sat at my desk for ages. I got all my tasks done, that little list of things that I wanted to do, and I got quite carried away with my accounts. I ended up setting up my account spreadsheet for next tax year as well, from April onwards. Got more gigs in the book at the moment for that tax year than we would normally do at this time of year, so that's really good. And apparently there's lots more inquiries coming in as well. And yeah, so I really think I should probably go and get this prescription and pop to the chemist. Oh, and I even got to doing some shredding of some paperwork that I've had lying around to be shredded for ages, but I think I've overheated it. It's gone on strike. I'll try again later. Well, I've been out in the rain and the wind again. Got my prescription. I think that umbrella really is on its last legs. Look how bent it is. Can you see those spokes? Is that what you call that? It's so windy at the moment. It can't stay inside out for more than 1 second. My boyfriend's actually coming over this evening at 7, he says, with a bag of chips and fish for me. So that would be very nice. He kind of decided on the hoof. I was ringing him earlier about band stuff, just something to do with the admin stuff, and came up with the idea. So I was like, oh, that'd be nice. I mean, I do think I probably could cook for him, but I feel a bit contaminated. But this, I must say, is feeling a lot better than it was earlier. I think it's drying up and receding actually, which is quite early for it to clear up by my standards. I think just being chilled out is probably helping. Speaking of which, I'm gonna do some puzzle. It's 4:45 and I said I was gonna treat myself to a bit of it after I finished my admin. I did a jolly good long stint on this last night and it's coming together a bit. Still can't finish those sides though. There's, look, all those gaps in the sides, that's ridiculous. Oh, she's making some progress. It's about 7:45 in the evening now. I feel worse. I'm waiting for my boyfriend to come. He's due like in 5 minutes. He's in the fish and chip shop right now. So I did a really restful thing. I had like a couple of hours doing my puzzle, just listening to podcasts. And I started to feel much ropier. So I just lay in bed and watched some videos of it. And yeah, I feel really ropey now. Maybe I'll perk up after some food. Anyway. Didn't expect that. Just thought if I was restful I'd get better. But the nose feels a lot better. The nose is feeling a lot more like shrunk back, like it was a bit, I don't know, swollen up and yucky, and I feel like it's drying up and clearing up a bit. But we'll see. My bees appeared with fish and chips. It looks like a swan. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Fish and chips, the batter got kind of left in the box. It's stuck to it. It's about 9:20 now. I've yo-yoed right back up again. I felt ill eating dinner and I felt ill after dinner and then I just suddenly perked up. Very strange. To watch more videos from me, click on that playlist.